Greetings, fellow travelers. This is going to be another one of those sometimes I hate this game video. Or, as I like to say it, problems with building apartment buildings. Earlier in the week, I ran into an error message that was rather unexpected when I was installing the wall behind a short range teleporter. Construction limit reached. Well, there are three explanations. One, you're over 3,000 parts for the base. Does not appear to be the case. Option number two, you're anywhere between 16,000 to 20,000 parts maximum that you can have over a number of bases that you can build. I got the figures from a couple different boards. Three, you have too many parts stacked vertically, in light of the fact that I was building elevators in a six-story building, stacking a wooden pallet, short range teleporter, and a floor, every floor. I assumed at the time that that was the source of the problem. Now, the short version of it is apparently no, that was not the case. I had, or I should say had, 10 bases. A number of them were built for Nexus missions, construction missions, and, well, were not really being used. And there was the return to, I don't remember the name of the planet, but it's a scorching hot planet, and the only redeeming feature it has was I built a base on top of a giant mushroom. Well, got a nice video out of it, and I have posted it in the past, first version and second version of the base, so you're encouraged to go and look at it again. So later tonight, or perhaps tomorrow, I will try to resume building the apartment building next to Winterhold, the settlement. Basically, I'd have a number of large bases, Lindrell Hall, Raven Rock, and pyramids, with, well, four, if you don't count the flying pyramid, which has a pyramid inside and has a pyramid to land on, in which case, well, a lot more than just four pyramids. It is a touch frustrating that the game encourages you to build stuff as, end of content activity, or instead of pursuing the story, which has its own bugs, and then comes up with this limit. I mean, I couldn't care less if you asked me to have a 1 gig save file on the PlayStation, or even a 2 or 10 gig save file, as long as you allow me to build buildings and bases a little bit anywhere I want. And since we're going to be complaining about buildings, how about flattening terrain? My settlement is at the base of 4 hills, but literally, instead of the hills coming, or mountains I should say, the mountainside coming to rest at the bottom where the settlement is, there are actually gullies and ravines and depressions, which makes building bases very difficult. Raven Rock is on top of the shorter of the 4 or 5 mountains surrounding Winterhold. Copper Hill is completely on your side of the mountain because, well, you can't run power through the settlement from one base to the other. You can't connect 2 bases together. If you can reach the power station or power point, plop down a power generator and string wire back to the other base, but you just can't connect 2 bases together. A bunch of minor issues, something of a boiling point type thing. But in regards to the limit of 3,000 parts and the maximum limit of 16 or 20,000 parts, a simple solution. Somebody plops down a blasted base computer, and the base is 300 meters in radius. How about you get rid of all, unless the player actually requests to keep them, all the dead trees, all the gigantic trees that you can't build on or around or over because, well, you can't. The hundreds, if not millions, of mushrooms. the animals that roam through your buildings or fly through them. Reduce the computational requirement. Therefore, allow the player to have bases with more parts. I realize I'm playing on console and there's a limit to the computational power of console compared to a gaming PC. But, well, food for thought. It's been an interesting day. Found out I'm at the end of my shift. My deposit, I was $400 short. Can't figure it out. And the ghost of my uncle, who passed away with Alzheimer's last winter, is, well, giving me quite a shiver down my spine. Having said that, before I get maudlin or ramble or get a little bit steamed underneath the collar over the game, I bid you all a fond farewell.